Hello everyone, I'm deeply shaken, aghast, disappointed, feeling anger, and there is anguish within me with whatever details I have heard about this issue. The ragging that happened in a government nursing college in Kerala. More disappointed because it happened in a state like Kerala. Just give me a second. So whatever details I have got to know about the case, they are heart-wrenching, that's despicable, and even for that matter, I would not even like to repeat it. Dumbbells hang to the private parts, lotion applied to the injuries. They were stripped, the junior students were stripped, they were made to drink, and then they were filmed. And after that, they were threatened that if they decide to disclose this, if they decide to make things public to anybody, the seniors would make the videos viral, they would make the videos go public, trying to guilt them, trying to shame them into non-disclosure. And just imagine the situation of those students who were suffering for so long. And let me tell you, this is not just one isolated incident. This is something that happens in India throughout the year, and each and every state this thing happens. Now, as per the reports, the culprits, they have been nabbed, they have been arrested, and as we always say, that due justice would be served. But I ask you, what we as a society, where do we stand? When even in these times, we keep on listening to such issues. Now, as I told you, ragging, this is not one of the isolated incidents. One of the reports says that out of every two students, one student at one point or the other faces ragging. But only 8% of those students who are ragged, they ever report it. So can you understand the magnitude at which the ragging happens and the minuscule level at which the reporting of such incidences take place? In fact, one of the committees which was established by Supreme Court, it said that R.K. Raghavan committee, it submitted its report and it said that there is almost 15 to 20% of dropout which happens because of ragging. And the reasons for that, there are multiple reasons for that. First of all, ragging has been normalized as a tradition. And tradition for what? It is said that it will cause bonding between the seniors and juniors. But I ask you, what kind of bonding this is causing? What kind of bonding, this physical harm, this psychological harm, this sexual harm that is happening, what kind of bonding it is causing? What kind of bonding it can make? Rather, it is going to leave a lifelong trauma on those junior student. And just imagine, within our society, there would be many students, many individuals who will be carrying such traumas throughout their life. And if I have to delve a little deeper, issues which are pertinent in society, they would also come into picture. The economic disparity, there could be that the richer students ragging the poor students, there could be that ragging could be taken in the form of systematic caste-based operations in colleges. You cannot deny that. There is this segregation of reserve category and general category which happens. So how do you know that that is not manifesting in the form of ragging? And all of it, how you are normalizing it, that it is something that happens usually. An exercise that causes bond between the senior and junior. And if you have to delve deeper, you'll find much more causes for it. This could be done on an institutionalized basis against any particular religion. It could be anybody's religion. Now the next reason that is there when ragging happen, as we saw that only 8% of the students, they disclose that they have been ragged. Why is it so? It is because of the fear which is in their mind of getting outcast, of not getting support, from the seniors of not getting placement, of being debarred from sitting in the placement drives. Such kind of fear is there, and more so there is the fear that what if the ragging incidents comes out, what would be my image in the public? What if some private pictures comes out? What if some private act comes out, it goes in the open? The student, just imagine the psychological state of a student who is 17, 18, 19 years old. He is not mentally that tough to handle such situations, and hence such kind of crimes are never reported and they have perpetuated. Now the next thing is that weak reinforcement by the colleges. Each and every college, whenever such issues comes out, instead of taking a collective action, so many colleges in India, instead of sitting together and taking a proper course of action, what's the first thing that goes behind the scenes is the reputation management. That let us try to settle it within the campus. Let us try to hide the incident so that the reputation of the college is maintained. And at a very personal level, I know certain colleges, and I'm very much sure that each and every one of you who has joined me right now, you'd be having personal cases which you would be aware of, where the college has tried to put the matter under the carpet just to save the reputation of the college. These things happen, and that is why such thing never comes out wide in the open. Now the next thing is that just for the namesake, we have many things to prevent ragging, to discourage ragging. One of them is that UGC regulations, which you must have seen across all the colleges, hoardings which is there, the UGC, as per UGC regulation, ragging is a crime, and then you'd be having that helpline numbers where you can report such cases, the anonymous helpline numbers, and also that that warning would be there. If anybody who is caught indulge into ragging, he would be expelled and all those things. So you have that UGC guidelines is there, and then there are states like Kerala is there, and if I remember clearly, then Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, they have their own this anti-ragging acts. And then to discourage ragging, there are certain IPC sections which try to prevent ragging, which are attached whenever certain crimes or certain issues come out. These IPC sections are put on those people who are caught in the act. But I'm here to ask you, these are just acts. These are just rules and regulations. These are just the laws. They do not get applied by themselves. Today this incidents have come out, and I'm very much sure that all the legislatures, all the NGO activists, all governing bodies, they will be very much concerned, and what they would do, they would set up a committee, the committee would come out with a report, and on the basis of that report, new rules, new regulations would be made. The problem is not about rules and regulations, the problem is about implementation. Somebody has to ask this question. Why this thing is not getting implemented? That sitting in 2025, we are seeing such cases of bestiality which should have been a thing of past. But are we not able to deal with such cases? Why is it so? So, as I said, like a punitive measures, just having rules and laws, just having something written on paper is not going to stop this. So, we must, dear friends, talk about what measures we can take. And when I talk about measures, the foremost thing, though it might sound very trivial, but it is very much required, that is to have awareness. Have awareness about what ragging is, what anti-ragging provisions are, and this awareness has to be there in parents, in students, and when I say students, I mean juniors, seniors, and all those parts out, and all those who have passed out from that college. There should be a systematic, a sensitization drive that should happen. When a newcomer comes to the college, the very first thing that you should do with him, you should tell him about all the provisions which are there to help him. You should have a single point of contact where a newcomer, where a new student can directly go. Your anonymous boxes from where you take the complaint, it should be as such. Even in today's time, it could be in digital form. Have an email ID where any student can lodge a complaint. And by awareness, I just don't mean that do talks and talking. It's such a system that you can have access, you can install CCTV cameras. Why not the colleges are doing it? This is about the juniors. What about the seniors? There should be a systematic drive about sensitization of the seniors that should happen in the colleges. They should be made aware that anti-ragging is a crime. And even to instill this thing in the mind, there could be modules where they have to write about the provisions, just like any other thing. Though I don't say that these things are going to solve your issues, but these things will certainly help in preventing the ragging. The next thing is about which we talked earlier, that all those complaints have a portal where complaints could be lodged in anonymous manner. Give protection to the person who is filing these complaints. The next thing and the foremost important which I feel is of the college administration. Whatever is happening within the college, I deny it that the college administration would not be aware. The college administration usually is aware of each and every corner of the college, and faculties, given the kind of role that they are into, I'm very much sure they would be aware that what is the nature and character of each and every student who comes in their college. Hence, it becomes very important for certain faculties who have good bond with the student to take the lead and establish a better system where juniors and seniors can come, collaborate, and all these exercise what we call as bonding is stopped. The ragging is stopped, rather some constructive and creative activity is put in place which can actually cause bonding. I mean, how much difficult it is to have a football or cricket match with a team mixed up of juniors and seniors. Instant bonding. How difficult it is to put juniors and seniors in a single team and take them out for any task, take them out for any activity. Instantaneous bonding. Why certain faculties, they have to take it up. They have to take it up so that such activities do not happen in the college. Now lastly, coming back from UPSC perspective, this topic becomes very much important for your GS1 society perspective, your law and governance perspective, and also from ethics and morality. Ethics and morality, how? I mean, these are the issues which are related with a collective consciousness. I mean, what as a society, where do we stand at when we see such things happening in a neighborhood? It could be that the victim could be our relatives, it could be that those oppressing, they could be our friends. Hence, it is very important for us to set up a right moral and ethical standards that the society can follow, and also to develop such an attitude towards and against such activities, that such kind of activities are not tolerated, such kind of activities are not reinforced. Before the reputation of the college, before the reputation of any individual, the human dignity should be put on the pedestal. The human dignity, the human integrity, the safety, both in physical and psychological way, should be the way forward. So my dear friends, I would be ending this topic here in a very anguished, in a very angry mind. However, anger and anguish are no solution to anything. I just hope you all would be having certain ideas, certain perspectives on this matter. Do let me know what do you think about the issue, and it's a thought that I'm leaving you all to ponder upon, like what mechanisms, what steps we can take as a society, as a citizen, as a normal human being, so that these activities are not done again and again, and especially when it comes to certain crimes like ragging, they can be put to halt. At least the intensity should be as much that there should be no need of any debate, any outrage about it. So dear friends, I'm Rahul, I'm signing off. I'll meet you again with something interesting, with something worth debating, that concerns you, that concerns our society, at the same time which will be helping you in your preparation. I wish you all the very best. Thank you for joining me.